All right, this is on graphing linear functions. This first paragraph says the constant rate of change for a linear function is its slope. The slope of a linear function is the ratio where we have the change in f of x over the change in x, or what we think of as the rise over the run. The slope of a line is the same between any 2 points on that line. You can graph lines by using the slope and a point. So example 1 says we want to determine whether each data set could represent a linear function. So example A, we have a set of ordered pairs in a table. So the first row is your x values, and you're going to notice that when we go from 4 to 11, we're increasing by 7. When we go from 11 to 18, we're increasing by 7. When we go from 18 to 25, we're increasing by 7. And then when we go down to the f of x, or we think the y, we're going from -6 to -15. We're decreasing by 9. We're decreasing by 9. We're decreasing by 9. So we're noticing that that rate of change is continuous in the red and in the green. So if we look at our slope, the rate of change is a -9 or over a +7. So this is the change of y over the change of x. So this is your change of y, and this is your change of x. All right, so this is a linear function. So yes. All right, the second example, when we go from 10 down to 8, we're going down by 2. And then we go down by 2, and we go down by 2. So far, the change of x is constant. Now let's check for our change of y, our f of x. So we're going from 7 down to 5, so we're going down by 2. And then we go down by 4. Uh-oh, right there. These two numbers are not the same. They're not constant. So we would say then that this is not a linear function. Because that change of y, or change of f of x, is not constant. So again, the change of f of x right here is not the same throughout. Example 2, graphing lines using slope and a point. So what we're giving you in this example is a point, 1, 1. So I'm going to start there. So I'm going to go over 1, up 1. So right 1, up 1. And then we give you a slope of 2/3. So here's your m, 2 over 3. So it's the change of y over the change of x. So what we do is we're going to go up 2 and then right 3. So I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. So I'm going to count up 2 and then right 3. So I'm going to do little dots here. Up 2 and then right 3. I'm going to go up 2 and then right 3 and then create another dot. If I want to go the other way, I would go down 2 and then left 3 and then create the dot. See these little stairs. Now we're ready to go ahead and create our line. So we connect those points. We want to make sure our arrows are at the ends of those lines. So that's how you can graph a line given a point and a slope. Okay. Recall from geometry that 2 points determine a line. Often the easiest points to find are the intercepts. So you're noticing here there are an x and y intercept. So the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, and the x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. So here's an example. We have an equation, and we call this equation standard form. And what we want to do is we want to find the intercepts. So I'm going to start off with the x-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, the process we go through is we let y equal 0 and we solve for x. So we say 2x minus 3, and then we're going to replace that y with 0 equals 12. What's going to happen is that term is just going to cancel out. It's just going to be 0. So what we're left with is 2x equals 12, and we solve it for x. So we're going to divide both sides by 2, and we get x equals 6. So we're going to go ahead and graph that ordered pair. So again, it's on the x-axis, so it's right here. So there's 6. We're going to create that point. So what is that ordered pair? That's the ordered pair 6, 0. All right, so to find the y-intercept, we do the opposite. We let x equal 0 and solve for y. So we say 2 times 0 minus 3y equals 12. So just like in the last part, the 2x just becomes canceled out, 0. So now we have negative 3y equals 12, and we divide both sides by negative 3, and we reduce that, and we get negative 4. So now we're going to go over and graph it on the y-axis. So here's negative 4, and what that ordered pair is over 0, down 4. And now we have our 2 points. So we're going to graph our nice straight line. And make sure we have our arrows at the end.